Assemble now, ye hosts, ye above and below. The call of the podcast speaks to us all. Stephen, Colombian of the podcast. The brilliant IT guy. Tony, the reanimated companion. The lovable ass bleeder. And Sir Big Brad, the all-uniting. And one other, whom would be a guest, a host of only one episode.
Hi, I'm Brad.
I'm Bobby.
Yeah, I'm the Colombian.
This is Tony.
And today we have a special guest with us, who decided he was going to do a fun-ass intro. We're joined by DJ today.
Hi, I'm DJ.
Crohn's disease is real, guys.
No,
it's not.
It's a real disease.
It's a fake disease.
Well, that's very ableist of you, Steve.
How? It's not a real disease.
I guess you're right.
Anyway, no, now we have to all step up our game for our intros, guys. He set the bar really high.
That was amazing. But
Thank you, guys.
but as it is,
I thought about it for 10 hours while I was standing doing nothing at work.
it all comes back to Elden Ring.
No, it doesn't. Doesn't
Yes,
have
it
to.
does.
It doesn't have to.
It keeps doing it.
Anyway, speaking of Stargate,
Yeah, speaking of Stargate. So me and Dakota started watching it recently, and I spent a solid 8 hours at his house over the last week, just watching it till 2 a.m.
Who?
watching what?
Stargate.
Elden Ring?
No, Dakota.
And nobody knows the
Oh, well, but you guys do.
ours. A good friend of ours.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah, apologize to Dakota.
Dakota, I'm sorry.
How dare you call him a good friend like that when he's a great friend?
Yeah.
He'll probably never listen to it, let's be honest.
No, he's not going to listen. That's why I feel comfortable being like, Dakota.
His wife is.
Oh, you're right. She is.
Yeah.
And eventually
So
she'll
how'd
get
you-
there.
What'd you guys do this week? How was it?
You know,
I told you my week. That's what I did. That was my whole fucking week.
well, me and my equal here sitting to the right of me, we've been getting really into WWE 2K22.
My giant muscles.
Stop. You're going to hurt me.
It's been a lot of fun. It's really kicked everything that I've enjoyed, like old school wrestling games. I think it's a perfect modern equivalent. It's got some great wrestlers in it. The character customization is ridiculously insane. We have all created our own characters, and the ones you can download online are also fantastic. So when we first played it, we downloaded it last weekend after recording, and we all sat down for like 4 hours all together just making our own characters. I made Bofa.
What's Bofa?
Both of these nuts in your mouth. Oh! But no, he is the embodiment of what would happen when people make the Bofa joke too much. You turn into a giant alien turtle thing.
So, speaking of, it's like the episode of Supernatural we just watched with I believe it's called a tulpa, where you believe in it so it becomes real.
Yep.
That's Bofa.
That's
Yeah.
Bofa.
Isn't that the plot of the movie The Thing?
No, the thing
No,
is...
the thing's the Fantastic Four, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
No. John Carpenter's The Thing? Like in Alaska?
No. Reed Richards, The Thing. Sue Storm.
Never mind. It's before your time. After your time.
It's before your time?
The Land Before Time. Oh, all of our characters have great backstories, too, because they're all linked together.
Oh, yes.
I want to tell this story. So our story opens up with a young, fine, strapping young man named Bruce.
Bruce.
Bruce is a very strong man, but Bruce has inner demons.
Yep.
There's two inner demons. Jesus 2, the vampire Jew, and the ghost of the dastardly milkman who was haunting me for so long.
This is the same milkman from the previous podcast.
They
You
are...
better behave, Bruce, or I'm going to take your bones. Drink your milk, Bruce.
The DJ and I were like sitting there making our characters, and I made Bofa, and he goes, "Hey, you guys inspired me. I'm making the milkman."
Which is very surprising for the character creation, because whenever you go the announcements, they always have a preset thing, but mine gets to come out and it just says, "The Ghost! Oh, the Milkman!"
Yeah, no, they didn't think ahead and made Bofa, so I had to make him spell it out. So it's just like B-O-F-A!
You're forgetting the king of kings.
Oh, yeah.
The king of old school.
Jesus!
2.
It doesn't have Jesus, but it's basically that. Brad, who did you make?
I made an unstoppable force of just business middle management. I made the manager.
Who is the uncle to Bruce, right?
Yes.
Yes, and he comes to the ring in nothing but a Speedo and with a scepter, for like King Booker's scepter, and he walks slowly to the ring, and then when he gets in the ring, then he puts on his business suit.
He just taps the scepter on the ground when no one's watching, and he's just fully dressed.
He also has alopecia on one leg.
Yeah,
We're
he's
getting such important.
Oh yes. One. He's very hairy except one leg. He just couldn't grow hair on it.
So we kind of played around. Tony's the one that made Bruce, and we all had our characters duke it out. It was a lot of fun. We took back and forths, and at the beginning we didn't really understand the mechanics. We were just kind of playing for fun. But it really all came to a head that night when we all decided to watch our characters run themselves in AI and fight in a Hell in the Cell match. So the story runs deep because they're all fighting, and then eventually Bruce and the Milkman, the motherfucker that's been haunting him his entire life, go to the top of the cage while the manager and Bofa fight in the ring. Because Bofa, by the way, is also the mascot, like you said, in this whole milk company.
Jesus too was there too. It was all five of us.
Oh yeah, you're right. Wait, where the fuck was Jesus? Was he fighting in the ring?
No, he was in the ring too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus 2 was in the ring also.
I'm sorry.
This was way after the Battle of Good and Evil was outside where Jesus 2 was fighting the ghost of the Milkman.
Yeah, it was all a fever dream. So then eventually, fucking Bruce and the Milkman make their way up to the top of the Hell in the Cell while the rest of them are fighting in the ring. And we see them. At this point, we've just completely given up on what's going on in the ring. And we're watching the story unfold at the top. And they're going back and forth. But eventually, Bruce is victorious and throws the Milkman off of the cage. I'm pretty sure onto the announce table.
What was the phrase you yelled, Tony? About the bones?
I don't remember.
I think that
He was
Tony
true.
yelled, "Say that! No, they're my bones! You can't have them!"
He throws
right.
the
They're
motherfucker.
my bones.
Bruce,
Hey, who won that match though?
the manager.
It was the
I think
manager.
It was the manager.
He won the match, but Bruce won the war.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
What
I
a
mean-
family. He won. He conquered his demons, and I middle managed the shit out of you guys.
Jesus 2 is also just that guy that hangs out at the front of the parking lot.
So you did-
Has
so-
to get yelled at all the time because he's
So
like,
basically, your victory was you beat them in the ring and then didn't approve their PTO.
Yes.
God,
Not
Make
sick
them-
leave denied, bitches. Get in here.
make them work overtime.
Hey, Karen, if you're listening, I'm coming for you.
It's going to be the next person we have to create is Karen versus the
Can you
manager.
imagine if some chick named Karen is listening to this and she's just like, what?
Well, I never.
Whoa.
Let me speak to your
She
manager.
calls the police. I'm being threatened.
They know where I live.
Who's coming to get you? The manager.
So,
They're like a Batman villain.
yeah, it's the Joker. You got Bane. You got
Better.
Scarecrow. You got Joe. And you got Karen.
Better. I'm the Batman. The manager is Batman's villain's villain.
Ah. Does he run? Is he like the leader?
Yeah.
Middle manages the henchman.
Yes, exactly.
The Legion of Doom. The manager's just
The
sitting
Joker
around.
comes to my office, and I approve henchmen.
Could you imagine being the Legion of Doom's like middle manager over the henchmen? It's like the Joker comes in and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna blow up this school," and he's like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna make sure." Well, Timmy's on leave this week.
Yes.
Actually, the Joker is not part of the Legion of Doom.
Brandon, I know.
You know what the-
You killed
You know
him
what the
pouring
worst
out
part
the
is?
dead homies.
You know what the worst part is? I think that actually, unironically, the manager for not allowing the PTO is actually more evil than Lex Luthor.
Yes.
Yes.
And he was
100%.
president.
Morbius wouldn't beat him.
It's Morbin time.
Yeah.
He'd go in there and morb all
Morbius
over them.
would beat him.
All right, guys, no more BS.
So,
Get out.
so after last weekend, I was playing a lot of the story mode, which was actually really fun the way they did it. It's all in the walking through Rey Mysterio's entire career as he's talking about it. So then you fight in highlights of his biggest matches in his career. He's been wrestling for a very long time, so you've got maybe 7 or 8, maybe 10 matches. And it begins with his rise in WCW and ends with the last match he did with Seth Rollins when he was wrestling with his son, Dominic. When he admits when he lost his eye and grew it out of nowhere. So that was the last match that you fight. So you go through the whole thing, and it makes you do objectives of like moves that actually happen in the actual match, and then it like cuts to like it's a cutscene, and then it moves to actual live footage of the match as they're actually wrestling, and he's kind of talking over it, and then it morphs back into a cutscene and then back into you doing stuff. So I think for like a regular story, and then there's other stuff that you can do. There's like a manager. There's this weird like card collecting thing.
Did you say manager?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like the GM, like my GM. It's like essentially where you are the manager.
I do like being the manager.
You can make manager cards.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
can make a custom manager.
So that was
his manager NFTs.
So then that was the whole thing. And then we played yesterday. We all got together and played a little bit. And you know, me and Bobby, we're the best here. So like we kicked everyone's ass.
Yeah, we did a 3v1 against Brad, and it was amazing.
So we were all fighting, and it was two tag team matches. It was me and Bobby against Brad and Tony. And there were times where they would get the upper hand on Bobby, and he was like laying out in the ring and being all hurt. And then I 2v1 them, and we won both matches. So then we play a couple other matches, like some like all 4v4s, and then they're like, oh, they're like, okay, fine, we'll do a handicap match, 1 against 3. And the only complaint I have about this game is that it's the counting is bullshit. Because when people are in the ring that aren't supposed to be in a handicap match, and it's just true in like regular tag teams, is you get counted out. You can only be in there for 5 seconds. But they would all get in the ring, beat the shit out of me, and the ref's going, 1! He'd go make a sandwich, he'd read a comic book, he'd write his memoirs. 2! Then they all get out, and I'd be there bleeding, and then eventually I'd get up after getting my ass kicked. So I lost that match.
Wait, that was against, who were you?
I was playing...
Hasbullah?
No, we did 2 matches. The first one was Hasbullah, the second one was Hasbullah, and the first one was Darth Maul.
Who did Darth Maul fight?
Oh god, I don't remember. Who were you guys? It was Knuckles, Sonic,
Randy Orton,
and
Power Trio.
Oh, it gets better because I don't know who you guys were playing when I was Hasbullah.
What a team up.
But then Brad was like, we were like, okay, Brad, you're gonna be the one guy. We'll be the tag team.
I remember who it was with Hasbullah.
Who was against Hasbullah?
God? No.
No, God.
Oh, fucking! It was
Callion?
Darth Maul.
Yes.
Callion?
The Trash Man.
Oh no! The first time I was the Trash Man with Sonic and Knuckles.
Oh, the Trash Man from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
The best wrestler.
I got in the ring and I started eating garbage.
And then the second one was I don't remember who the fuck you guys were. I just remember getting my ass beat.
Darth Maul,
Callion.
Jeff Hardy.
Oh yeah, Caillou.
No, that's the one where I was Brock Lesnar.
It was Caillou because I remember how freakishly large they made him.
9 feet
He
tall.
was like 9 foot tall and just this.
Darth Maul, Caillou,
Randy
and Randy Orton.
Uh-huh.
And then they beat me again. And the worst part is, not only with the counting, but Caillou, if he stands in the right position, you can't see the match. So I could barely see what was going on as Hasbullah.
That was the strategy.
See, you know the worst part? Tony is reasonably good at video games, but every time I go to the corner to tag in this motherfucker,
He jumped in or out of the ring.
Like gets in or out. It's just like, stop, just stay there. I need to tag you, and he's just like, I don't know how to get in the ring.
Alright, in fairness,
It's just like, you're better than this. I know you are.
I haven't played this one very much.
Okay,
I've only played it like twice.
That incident doesn't make up for half of what you did after that.
Okay, after though, I was just fucking around.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Once I
Brad
got the
did
hang of it, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna destroy Brad's fun.
Brad did a finisher on Steve and was about to pin him in one match.
I was done. Like, legitimately.
There was nothing he could have done. And Caillou's big, tall, dumb, fucking bald head ass walks over and just lightly steps on his back.
And he stops the pin, which gives me time to recover and extend the match for another 10 minutes.
I was playing both sides of the field.
I hate
So-
you.
He was
Hey,
tall
guys.
enough to reach both.
We should definitely rate this on the above and below official chart of officialness, minus the official.
Wait, we haven't talked about the best match that made Brad quit yet.
Oh, yeah.
because the last match was him as
Brock Lesnar,
and he fought against God,
Darth
Maul,
and Jeff Hardy.
The Holy Trinity.
No, wait, yes. So then it was Bunny was playing, and she was in for a little bit, and then she tagged in God, who was me.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Jeff Hardy.
And the worst part is there's a bit of a thing where when you do a grapple, right? The way you get out of a grapple is if you guess the proper button that they're going to like press to do the counter or to do the move, you counter that ability.
I did not know this.
So, me knowing he didn't know this, I knocked him onto the ground and started ground grappling him, and God just lifts Brock Lesnar up above his head and throws him, or grabs him by his ankle and throws him across the ring. So for 5 minutes, I am doing this, and he can't stop me. He gets one automatic counter, and then I drop his ass again and continue doing it until I pin him.
That's the spiritual successor to the match where Brock Lesnar just threw John Cena.
Oh
around
yeah,
for
when he
16
suplex
minutes.
city'd him
Oh,
for like
yeah.
15 minutes.
We forgot another crucial match. God and Satan ended up facing
Oh
off.
yeah, I forgot. God and Satan won
Satan won.
on 405
The crowd
Live.
was very
Makes sense.
unenthusiastic.
They didn't give a shit about that match.
Man, the dog just farted, and I'm dying over here.
Oh, she's been
Holy
farting
fuck.
this whole
The whole
time.
time. It's been pretty bad.
God.
I've been having a great time.
Okay, I mean,
All right, so yeah, we should rate the game, guys. Come on, what do you think, Brad?
Oh, below average.
Oh, you were loving it last week.
All
and
right,
you
all
were
right.
kicking my
All right,
ass.
it's above. It's above.
it's above
So you're
average.
giving it above average,
Yeah.
All right,
I mean,
Bob?
it was fun. It was pretty good.
Bobby?
Probably above average too. I like it a lot. It has given okay, so I remember playing like all the old wrestling games like 09, like SmackDown versus Raw 09, and I had a blast with it all the time. And then all the new games came out, and like I never heard anything good about these games. They were always dog shit. Then this one comes out, and everybody's like hyping this one up, saying how good it is. And I'm like, all right. So Steve ended up getting it, most expensive version, big money man over here.
Yeah.
Okay, and I really like it. It's bringing back a lot of nostalgia. It has my favorite wrestler. I'm having a great time.
So above average.
Above average.
I'm gonna go above and beyond on this one for what it is.
I think you're just doing that because you paid a lot for it.
No, no. Well, I mean, you also did the same thing with fucking Elden Ring. They made it the best game you've ever played.
Anything for Elden Ring.
You made it the best game you ever played. So anyway,
I love Elden Ring.
it's above and beyond because the last 2 years they have been utter dog shit. They've ruined the game, and they brought it back to return to form, and they've added a bunch of content, and the system is stable, and it's a lot of fun with friends and online. Although I've gotten my ass kicked there multiple times, but I'll get better. It's above and beyond on this one.
DJ?
I haven't gotten enough time to play it because of my work schedule. I plan on playing it a lot more this weekend, so I can give it a more fair shake then. But so far, it's been above average for me.
Go on, give it the bad score because you're bad at the game, Tony.
Yeah, it's not that actually. I'm gonna give it above average. Only because I think that graphically the game is beautiful. It really is. They really went ham on making the characters look like the characters, and everything seems to work out pretty good. Gameplay is fine. My only complaint with the gameplay is it just feels like kind of random at times when it comes to button inputs and stuff, and it doesn't give you like a lot of ideas on what's going to happen next. Maybe that's just from lack of experience. But for right now, that's like the thing holding me back.
Okay.
If you just hit all the buttons at once as they're doing it, you might hit it like 9 times out of 10.
So here's
Oh, so you guys are just button mashing.
No.
Well, whenever somebody grabs me, I'm like, yep,
one of these.
it's got to be one of these 4.
My only counter argument to what you just said is if you play the game and go through the story mode, and it'll walk you through how the game works,
Yeah, probably.
and you haven't done that.
But I mean, otherwise, it is a good wrestling game, especially compared to the garbage they put out recently. Like
The last 2 years they've been broken at launch. They have been just glitch fests. They have been devoid of content. They've just been
and the
terrible.
character creator is really good. Like, I mean, it's solid. It really is. Like, it's a good game.
Also, you got to give them props for using DLC to expand the roster of wrestlers that are coming on.
Yeah. My problem is like I'm just
Coming.
I wanted it to be a little bit more fighting gamey, and it's just
On.
kind of It's a wrestling game.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
And
It's not-
it's just not my cup of tea.
It's
so,
not that.
Like, I can't rate it super high, but
Yeah, it's a
it's
wrestling
definitely
game.
above average.
It's a wrestling game. It's not a fighting game, just like Smash.
So speaking of segues, DJ, you're our special guest today. Why don't you hit us up with something you want to talk about?
So, I'm a recovering weed. I have a lot of anime. I'm wearing a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure shirt right now.
Jotaro!
Recovering weed?
Dio!
Okay, maybe I've been like getting back into seasonal anime, which is pretty bad. Like Spy X Family is actually really fucking good.
Yeah, seasonal anime like the flu, colds.
COVID now.
What?
COVID
Have we finally
now.
hit seasonal with it?
Yeah, pretty much. It's gonna be a thing for the rest of
Oh,
the
I
seasons.
know. I
So
just
I
didn't
want to
think
know,
we'd made that yet.
like, have you guys been watching any anime?
I've been watching Full Metal Alchemist with the one-man walking cheeseburger apocalypse himself, Brian.
Praise be him.
We've
Praise
been
be to
watching. We've been watching Brotherhood, and now that I haven't watched it since Brotherhood finished. I haven't watched it again since then, really. And just going back and rewatching it, it absolutely cements my belief that it's the greatest anime of all time.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. The hookah tastes like utter garbage right now, dude. It all tastes like coals.
Well, I like Coles.
Bobby, you
So-
okay?
Yeah, isn't it bad? It's bad.
Hey, hold on.
You guys wouldn't have been able to see it, but Bobby just, right after Steve said that, just kept trying to pull as long as he could on the hookah.
Oh, it was bad. Have you been watching any animes, Bobby?
2. Sword Art Online abridged series with DJ, and then dubbed Ghost Stories,
Oh my god.
which you can't get into too much because of all the jokes. But
Yeah,
if
that-
you're into some dark humor and some just funny shit, out of the blue, I will talk about the one character, the youngest kid. I can't remember his
I can't
name,
remember it right now.
but the only dialogue this character has is like 3 words an episode, and then the rest of it is just intangible fucking gibberish.
Hey, you can't touch the gibberish?
What?
Yeah, intangible. You can't.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't touch it?
Yes.
How much gibberish have you
Because everybody acts like they just go with it. Like, hey, how are you doing? And they're like, nice.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, it's got some dicey humor. So if you're into that shit, it's gonna be right up your alley.
Yeah, it's just fair warning. It is like 2010 humor. So if you remember YouTube around that time period,
That's basically it.
That's the humor
Oh
they go
god,
for.
I'm gonna get canceled just watching it.
Yeah,
I think the most interesting, DJ. I think you'll be able to tell the story better. But like, tell us how we got that dub.
So basically, the Funimation had already paid for the rights and everything because it was a massively popular manga. They had a movie adaptation that was popular, and the show was popular over in Japan. And then so the American dubbing team got it, and they went through one episode, actually like recording it correctly, and then they just looked at it and they went, "This is just not gonna work translating it." So then they pretty much just told the voice actor just like, do whatever the hell you feel like. Just go ahead and just write it so the lips flash. Like Chris Aries voices a character, and at one point he goes, "This is the fastest I've ever had to match lip flaps."
Chris Harris, is he Frieza's voice actor?
I mean, was.
Didn't he? I was about to
Rest
say,
in
didn't he
peace.
pass
Yeah,
away
he recently passed.
Pour one out for the dead homies.
Steve, stop pouring water on the table.
No, we'll clean it up later. We gotta pour out for the dead homies.
Yeah, but they have like, and there's a lot of big voice actors in there. There's Chris Aries, of course. Monica Rial voices the
I
character
hate
as
her.
well.
Why do you?
I'm not getting into it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll not get into Monica Rial stuff, but yeah, she is one of the people that voices the character. Like, if you actually look at the dub cast for this anime, it has like some of the biggest names in the business.
Shockingly big names.
And
for,
they
like,
are just fucking going
They
off the
will.
cuff with everything.
absolutely
Oh, yeah.
rolling with the ridiculous.
Don't they get drunk and high while recording?
I feel like I read somewhere that they did, or it might have just been one character one of the people just showed up drunk one day and they just kind of went with their lines. I can't remember which story is true for that one.
Man, I
But-
showed up drunk to work once and they're like, Brad, you're causing a scene. Go home.
When
Put your
when
pants back on.
when they say
Stop
when they
fondling the
drink
bananas.
yeah, when they drink, it's fun and quirky and makes good lines. But when I drink and go somewhere, I'm causing a scene and not allowed in the Walmart anymore.
Guys, that was like 3 episodes ago that you guys showed up to work drunk.
That was great. What are you talking about? We drank for work. You were dead when that happened.
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
even know what happens.
I would have stopped it otherwise. That's why I'm here. I actually just keep us on track.
He's our HR department.
Yeah.
It's like, guys.
I kind of want to circle back to the Sword Art Online abridged because I feel like that a lot of people have a lot of problems with regular Sword Art Online. And I feel like if you actually watch the abridged, yes, it's got great humor to it, but it also does fix a lot of the plot holes and other things that people have just written off as like bad writing for Sword Art Online. It's like Sword Art Online's new show Underworld is actually like really, really good. And the first season of Sword Art Online was good, but it feels like Reki Kawahara just kind of like, was just like, oh man, I have to fill the void because I have to write in order to fill this quota.
I say I'm happy you said that because I watched SAO and I really enjoyed the first season. I enjoyed the first season and then watched the second one, and I don't think I finished that season. I truly stopped caring.
Yeah, the Aincrad arc was great.
I did finish the second season, and it was okay. It definitely wasn't like as good as the first season. Like it was a immediate slope downhill, and then the third season was. I watched like 2 episodes of it, and I was like, you know what? I've had enough Sword Art Online. But then watching the abridged version it takes the first part and just makes it so much better already. Do they have more? Like,
yeah,
they're
they're partway through ALO right now.
Okay.
And Something Witty Entertainment is still creating more for Sword Art Online abridged. They've started also a side project for My Hero Academia abridged as well.
Oh Jesus,
that'll be fun.
I just finished watching Hellsing Ultimate abridged, and holy shit, is that just a ride from front to back?
I'm so fucking mad at Team 4-Star for stopping Dragon Ball Z, bro.
Oh,
I've literally watched that since like middle school, high school, and grew up with the whole fucking thing. And then they stopped right before my favorite arc.
You know what's annoying? Is they casted Boo and all that too.
Did they really?
Yeah, they put out like a casting call.
You're making me more mad.
For, like all that shit, and then they just ended on Cell, which was perfect.
It was amazing.
And looking back at it now, you know that in their mind's eye, they're like, this is it. We're not going further than this. Like after killing Cell, they had that whole like musical number of him singing, what is it? I Did It My Way.
Yeah.
And it legitimately almost brought a tear to my eye watching Cell die. I'm like, oh my god.
The other thing is like with Team 4-Star's abridged series for Dragon Ball Z, I think that they actually ended it around the time where Something Witty Entertainment was coming out with the Sword Art Online abridged episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like they were like, okay, this is the new standard for what we were supposed to see for people trying to make an abridged series, and I don't think that we can match that anymore.
Is that what you think?
I feel like that's what they were going for. Like they feel like maybe they felt like, hey, instead of trying to drag out jokes that we don't want to drag out, we shouldn't. Because if you look, that last season, it is around the time whenever Sword Art Online abridged came out. And that last season with Cell is a lot more cohesive.
Oh, yes.
The jokes are a lot, they span more so that they actually link into the plot more.
Going back to original abridged is rough.
Oh, yeah.
The first season, like Saiyan arc and Frieza arc is really, really rough.
Do you know how much goes into actually making those?
Oh, no. It's just
because DJ and I do. We never told you.
He's gatekeeping voice acting.
Holy shit! It wasn't me this time.
No.
Please tell us more.
Speaking of segues, so in college, me, DJ, Cody was one of our guests, and Jack from the Jersey Them.
Yeah, the Jersey Them.
We storyboarded out, and we're about to start recording, but we stopped because shit was getting difficult. Full Metal Alchemist abridged.
Oh yeah,
we were gonna do it. Like we had the jokes, we had the script written, we had it all storyboarded out where we were gonna do the edits and the cuts, and then shit just got hard. So we're just like, nah.
No, we stopped whenever we got to the lip labs. We actually recorded. I think we recorded our first episode, which was supposed to be like 5 minutes. We recorded the first episode for that.
Major Armstrong was my favorite.
This is lore. I didn't know this.
Yeah,
I didn't know this either.
Yeah, we recorded our first episode, and then we were like, okay, well,
we're gonna go ahead and match lip flaps. I was, going in and
It's gotta
messing
be
with the
rough.
music because matching those lip flaps is the reason that Dragon Ball Z Abridged actually was great is because I think it was Kaiser Neko who actually went through and they found out you don't have to use the lip flaps from the scene with the characters. You actually can just take the lip flaps from the characters from other moments and use it to match what you want to do. That's why whenever you watch DBZ Abridged, that's why their lip flaps look so good.
God, that must be difficult.
Oh yeah, and I think that they've actually used that now for dubbing techniques for like official things after it got released of like how he did that, of how they actually do dubbing now for the lip flaps to match correctly for characters.
All I remember from our jokes that we had set out was at one point, one of the characters said something to Major Armstrong. He was just like, I've got more talent in my big toe than you have your whole body. And Major Armstrong was just big Russian voice, all of my toes are big, and punches him in the face. It was going to be great, but we're lazy.
Yeah, I know. I honestly sometimes forget where all of my toes are big comes from.
All of my toes are big.
You ever seen him without a mustache?
No. That sounds disturbing.
As the only one in this group who has done professional animation before.
Whoa!
You can't call it professional if you never graduated
I'm a
college.
certified graphic designer. It's true though.
Go ahead, gatekeep some more.
Go ahead, gatekeep.
That shit's hard as fuck. I remember doing animation, like 2D animation, and it would take me literally days, and I'd have like a minute.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. Like it takes.
I get respect
so
to anyone
fucking
that
long.
can do it because, god damn it, there's
Oh, yeah.
a lot of shit that goes into it. You gotta
And
love
none
what
of
you
you guys
do.
were even going to school for animation or anything like that. So like, you didn't know like the techniques or like you didn't know the software or anything. What, Bobby?
Well, we don't need technique.
We don't need technique. We have character.
You gotta change the fucking intro to fucking Tony the Gatekeeper.
Oh.
I am the Gatekeeper!
Lay your foolish ambitions to rest.
It's okay. I'll just shit on Tony and I'll just be like, oh man, guys, at least I'm the only one that has professional writing experience.
I was like, yeah, dude, I wrote once in high school. I'm also a professional writer.
Oh no, I've gotten published twice.
You're published?
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
published.
under 2 pen names that I'm not going to give out.
Oh, wait, if we're talking
Can
about...
I have the
wait,
books?
I actually do have
Maybe.
a published poem in the Philadelphia newspaper.
I'm published too.
Oh, I've been in the newspaper.
You know, I had...
I was about to make that joke. I was going to be like, I'm published too. I did some stuff near a school and just...
I was in the 4-H.
The fuck's a 4-H?
You don't know what 4-H is?
No, he's not from here.
Oh god, is it the fucking horse?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell, horses, hounds, hospitals.
Yeah. we walk horses around hospitals.
And just start chanting hells?
Yeah.
Ah! Is this
You ride horses while walking dogs around hospitals screaming hell.
Hey, little kid with cancer. Sorry you're going to hell. Pet this horse.
Can't I pet the dog? No.
No, pet the horse.
But on a serious note, my mother still has the newspaper. My high school, it was for Hispanic Heritage Month, and we did is it funny? Oh, yeah, it's funny.
I knew he was going to say something
I
when you
saw
laughed.
it.
I didn't say anything. I
You
snickered.
leave my poor Hispanic man alone.
I'm the Colombian. Anyway, so it was Hispanic Heritage Month, and the Philadelphia, what the fuck, IT guy, help me out. What's the fucking newspaper in Philly? Like the Inquirer, fucking something.
I think you're right on that.
Okay, now he's gotta bleep that.
It's going to be so funny.
Damn it.
I
hate editing the show. You're all incompetent.
He's Voldemort. He is he who should not be named.
That's going to be such a funny long beep.
Do it again.
Twice.
My sexy, not really super fat ass was once at a Subway commercial, a local Subway commercial.
Oh my fucking
yeah?
god, I remember that.
Yep.
It was for the Boys and Girls Club. You were in the fucking
Yeah, it was
commercial.
me, Michael, and some chick. I forget her name.
Wow, that's crazy how you just stepped all over the minority while he was telling the story. How can I finish?
No. Okay, moving on.
No, okay, fine.
Yeah, no, we get it. You're some fucking shitty newspaper in Philadelphia. Steve wrote a poem about sucking dicks. He got put in.
Hey, that is a published work by our boy Steve. You'll be happy about it.
Yeah, where's your poem?
Yeah,
I'm super proud of you.
Mine's in a book.
Where's your published
Actually,
work?
mine are 2
Yeah,
books.
you know. I don't have
Do you
any.
get?
That's what
I don't know if I have any. I know our English teachers did weird shit like that
So,
too.
so he's like, are you like actually like in a book or something?
No,
or-
I'm not telling you.
No, okay, okay.
We'll save
Alright.
it for next time.
All right, cool.
Did you get money for these books? Like how many books do you
I
sell?
sold well, one of them I wrote whenever I was, in middle school. So that got published as a child's work, as a compilation of different children's works. So obviously I'm not going to get money from that. The other one I ended up giving up the rights to, because if it came back to me, then the work might have been canceled, because it was supposed to be a work that was supposed to be from all women. And the person, because of my pen name, didn't realize that I was a man. So they were like, hey, can I just get the poem off of you now that I actually know? Because I've already assembled the entire collection. And I was like, yeah, just go ahead and publish it under my pen name there, and that'll be fine.
What was your pen name, like Felicia or something?
I told you that I'm not going to give out my pen name.
I know, but like,
No, it was
My
it is
pen's
rather
name is
girly.
George.
It is rather feminine for a pen name.
DJ actually helped write Orange is the New Black.
He doesn't know. He sits at home all angry because he's not getting any royalties, and he'd be like, I wrote the scene where she goes into the shower with tampons on her feet. That was me. That was me. And I just want my credit.
Wait, that was an actual scene in Orange is the
Oh, she
New
puts
Black?
pads on her feet or some shit.
Okay.
Like feminine hygiene products, and goes into the shower.
You don't do that?
Well, I do, but that's because I am.
My girlfriend is pissed all the time because I'm constantly putting her tampons between my toes, walking around with them.
Babe, I need these more than you.
Yeah.
Is this that's how you do pedicures?
Yeah.
you
No,
put
I'm
things in
foot
between your-
Wolverine. Leave me alone.
You just paint your nails.
Yeah, and then you instead of the cucumber slices, instead of the cucumber.
Wait, what's the name of the girl from fucking Logan that has the feet claws?
X-22.
Yeah.
X-23.
Foot Wolverine.
No, that exists.
It's
Wait,
just
was that-
gross.
No,
Was
it's,
I
it's
actually
just
wrong?
Wolverine. But
Of course
it's
you're
only
wrong. It
the
was X-23.
Oh, fuck.
It doesn't matter. There's a full,
X-45.
there is a full foot Wolverine. Is the girl with the one?
No, because she's got hand claws too. Bobby only had toe claws.
Oh, you're right.
Well,
She was a failed. It was a failed experiment.
well, to be fair,
You were
Ultimate
X-21.
tampons.
he doesn't touch the Marvel legend. Morbius.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, yeah. Best character.
Morbillion.
Oh, fuck.
First movie ever to do it.
It's actually
Morbid time.
hilarious that entire joke about the "it's Morbid time" thing comes from a Yu-Gi-Oh person on Twitter.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Yes.
his name is Rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh. I actually watch his content, and I followed him on Twitter. And I was like, that's a funny joke. And then the internet blew the fuck up. I was like, did he just repeat this joke? And then I looked through the things. I was like, no, this
He made
actually
it.
came from this. And the dude is hilarious if you actually watch his shit, because he does go on different rants about old archetypes and what made them bad.
Right.
So now that we have DJ, our resident card game expert over here, as he plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic, Dragon Ball Super,
Final Fantasy.
Dragon Ball Super,
Digimon.
Digimon,
I forgot Final Fantasy had a card game.
Final Fantasy card game.
I used to play Final Fantasy for
Any
card game
other
for money.
obscure ones you got?
Do
in
you still
there?
have your
Wait,
Zatch Bell deck?
Yeah, I still have my Zatch deck.
Force of Will.
I didn't actually
fuck
I didn't
Force of
actually
Will.
get into
I
Force
actually-
of Will. I started getting cards for Weiss Schwartz. I know how to play Fire Emblem Cypher.
Naruto card game. I remember
Naruto
that.
card game,
The
yeah.
original Dragon Ball Z card game. That game is hard as fuck.
Do you have
What's even
any-
harder is the Bleach one.
Do you
The
have any-
Bleach one is impossible to play.
Do you have any of the old cards for Naruto? By chance?
Yeah, I do. Actually, they're up in my my card room that I have in my house.
Do you care about them at all?
Not really.
I'll buy them.
Yeah, it's actually a lot of Sand Village stuff too. So
Oh, awesome. No, the reason why I ask is because my new foray into cards is collecting full sets.
And playing the online card games. I'd like to go back to episode 1 of our podcast and apologize. I have been in a standoff with Yu-Gi-Oh! For so long, and now I finally downloaded Master Duel a week and a half ago, and I've already logged 300 hours across all the platforms available. I play it on my phone when I'm bored. I play it on my computer while I'm at job.
I've always said for years that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the love that broke our heart.
It's so much fun.
We will
still.
always keep going back to that fickle bitch.
And you know what? And I thought I was gonna get on, and I was gonna be like, I hate the new stuff.
Oh, no,
Pendulums and links can. And nope,
They're great.
that's not it at all. I've been enjoying the shit out of it. I keep asking DJ constantly for deck ideas.
What did I literally tell you? We had this argument.
I
just
feel
like, listen.
so bad being wrong about it.
I literally told you, I'm like, listen, man, I understand the nostalgia because I was there too. Because I jumped in when the game first came out, and then I stopped, and then I jumped in for XEs, and then Pendulums came in, and I stopped playing, and then I jumped back into Master Duel, and I'm like, man, I can't just build these old decks and expect to do something with them. Let me start. Okay, Battery Men, there's a few exceptions, okay?
Yeah, a couple.
But
Battery Men, Light Swarms.
And you know what? There's some top tier decks that will just shit on Battery Men.
Nothing shits on Battery Men.
Brad, I've seen you play. I know nothing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Brad either goes, "This is a great hand,"
or "This
and
sucks,"
wins, or he says, "This sucks," and surrenders as soon as the enemy starts playing.
But like strategy.
But like,
I'm not there to waste my time, man.
I played Dark Worlds. Dark Worlds is the last deck that I had built before I got out of Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic. And then I got back into it, and I'm like, okay, my goal is to build the decks that I used to play, but we're gonna modern them up so they actually stand a chance online. And then I found the Danger fucking archetype, and I saw people building Danger Dark Worlds. And I have never seen Dark Worlds run more immaculately. I fucking one-turn kill people almost constantly. And so then I'm like, all right, what's next? Crystal Beast? Okay, cool. One turn fucking 4,500 beaters fucking beat stick. I win.
Yeah, Rainbow Neos is an absolute monster.
It's fucking crazy.
But like, I got into the game.
I will complain about Verte Anaconda for a second because that card is fucking bullshit and should never have been created. I'm glad that it's banned in the TCG format now. It needs to get banned on Master Duel decks. But there's other problem cards in Master Duel that also need to go.
Well,
yeah, like most of them.
Like Rongo Bongo or VFD.
D-Boys.
Oh, or freaking the Destiny Hero. Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. That card is
I feel like
fucking stupid.
I feel like they loiter.
The problem with Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer is Verte Anaconda. It's not the card itself, it's Verte.
No, it's still pretty easy to do even without it.
It is.
But no, it's been such a fun time again, and I started off and I was like, okay, I'm gonna build a budget shitty deck. So I started with like Crystal Beasts and X Sabers and Skull Servants, and I was just getting handed to. Like my ass was on a silver platter. They were fucking me.
And why?
Because I refused to play any of the new stuff.
And now that you are,
I don't lose very often
Exactly.
anymore.
So you're a sellout.
Yes.
no.
Some of us still believe in the dream, Tony.
100%.
And I will fight this battle till the end of time.
Batteryman's not believing in the dream. Batteryman's been a broken archetype since it came out.
Well, I'm just built different, I guess.
No, you picked the card that said, oh, I like these, and that's what you went with.
And it works!
Unfortunately, every deck doesn't work like that.
DJ, do Dragon Rulers keep up?
If they were off the ban list,
Are
maybe.
they still banned?
Those cards are fucking ridiculous, dude.
Jesus Christ. I feel like they would keep up.
They just unbanned
No, they are
Change of Heart. And now on my Yu-Gi-Oh! Buy-sell page that I joined, because I was trying to unload some old crap, you just see people, I've got 45 Change of Hearts, $2 each, and it's just like, brother, everyone has 45 Change of Hearts.
They're such
What are you
good
doing?
cards. I love that card. I'm so happy I could use them now.
I'm happy that Yatagarasu came off the ban list.
Oh, God.
Sangan! You remember when Sangan got taken off the list?
Yeah.
That was great.
There are some cards that, like, you question why they came off the list, and then it's just like, oh, why does nobody play Monster Reborn? Well, I can't search it.
Yeah.
Kind of a brick. Regeki, it's the worst Lightning Storm.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
guys,
Like, Lightning
guys,
Storm's at 3, and then Regeki is,
you
like,
have
ridiculous.
to understand that there's an evolution when it comes to card games that fucking old.
No, it's
Magic-
changed entirely. And
Magic is
it's-
able to keep, like, its standard formats, like, with rotations.
I was gonna
and
say, but
whatnot.
that's the only reason why Magic, because you got so many formats in Magic that keep other cards relevant.
Yeah,
'Cause
and actually, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is working on creating its GOAT format. There's a format called Edison. There's another format they've been working on that they're going to be like, okay, you can use cards from up to this point, and you use this ban list. And they're actually creating official support for that, which is phenomenal.
Master Duel actually does something super fun, and I just participated in the tournament recently. They had a specifically fusion-only tournament where they banned a bunch of, cards. There were Synchro Xyz,
Links, you can't use
Links,
anything
you can't
else.
use anything else.
Yep.
It was just fusion. And then they banned a bunch of support for like some of the newer decks too to kind of kick them out of the running.
Mhm.
And that was super fun. It was actually just wonderful. I ran at it with Skull Servants the entire time. I had one fusion in the deck, which was like the 2 zombies in a single Dragon Mirror. Never summoned it ever. Just Skull Servant 11,000 damage beat stick.
I love that because they've been doing that for a little while. They had
They've had Synchro Festival,
Yep.
Xyz Festival, and my favorite one was the normal rare festival where Master Duel has 4 tiers of cards. They have normal cards, rare cards, and the cards that are harder to pull, which are super rares and ultra rares. You couldn't use a super rare and ultra rare, and those tend to be like the more powerful cards in the
powerful
game.
Stable cards, yeah.
So using only normal and rare cards, there are some decks that just will not run correctly without their supers and ultras. But it made people think like, okay, how do I do this deck, or how do I use this? And then there, a lot of decks now are link climb decks. So they had to be like, okay, what are the normal and rare link cards that I can use? And I actually still use a lot of them in my decks because I crafted them for the event.
It's funny because so the fusion one, I had the Crystal Beast deck already up and running, so I was using that.
Yeah.
But the problem is for the other two, I didn't have decks that were like specifically tailor made to those, and because I was building the modern, I had a mix of a bunch of stuff. So for the longest time, for those other 2 events, I literally just ran fucking Danger Dark Worlds with no extra deck, and was just playing that, and I did well.
Yeah.
Like I would still pull wins out because the deck if it runs, it just completely shit stomps.
I did really well with my Scully Boys. And nobody, I actually was shocked. I ran into 2 other players playing Scully Boys in the Fusion Festival, and I'm like, what are you doing here? I thought I was the outcast.
do you remember with the first festival thing that they did? People were running self-kill decks.
Yeah.
And they would just play these cards that would burn themselves, and before you would go, they were already dead, and you would get the win. And they would get, I think it was like running an idea of like they were running games so fast.
At the time, it was 200 for winning, 100 for losing. But in order to fix this, they were like, okay, you still get 100 for losing, but now you get 500 for winning.
Yeah, so people were like, okay, I mean, I can lose faster than I can win. So here's my self-kill deck. Burn, 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 burn. I'm dead. You win and get 200, but I win and get 100. I'm going to play 5 games by the time it takes you to play 2.
There were still people actually, and I noticed it a lot with the Fusion Festival, and it is kind of a shame that people do this, but there was a lot of AFKers.
Oh, yeah.
They would just load in their decks, let the time run out, and lose. And
because they want you to surrender.
You got the 50 points, and then you just kept getting the fucking...
Which, they actually just released a patch for Master Duel that they are working on dealing with people that do that kind of crap, where if you don't take a game action after a certain amount of time, you lose.
It's annoying.
It's a good company, though. Like, they really
They're
are.
trying.
They're trying. Step it up, Wizards!
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, why don't we have other fucking online card game things? Like, Dragon Ball Super would be super fun to play online.
They literally created an app to teach you how to play the game, and they did nothing with it afterwards.
Right? Like, it was such a good opportunity.
Oh, Gwent is fun.
Whoa. Elaborate. I have no idea what you're talking
From
about.
The Witcher 3.
Oh, that's because I've never played The Witcher 3.
Yeah,
Oh, there's a whole card game in the game, and it's so much fun.
Final Fantasy. Who's played Final Fantasy 7? Me. Do you remember that card game where what's the name of that card game? It's like on a 3v3 grid, and you play the cards with the numbers on the edge. It's Triple Triad. Triple Triad was so much fun. You could download it. I don't know if it's still an app, but you could download it on your phone like maybe 5 years ago, and it was so much fun to play Triple Triad online.
So speaking of sloppy burritos, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, baby.
Okay, I'm ready for this
I
one.
got one more thing to talk about. Like,
Okay.
I wanted to see, like, like I said, I like anime. We, wanted to see with anime things. And, like, everybody, even if they don't want to admit it, whenever they first watch anime, they have that one character that they develop a crush on. I want to know what your guys' first anime crush was.
Winry motherfucking Rockbell.
It's funny because I just experienced this with my girlfriend because she never watched anime until she met me. She was like denied watching anime for the longest time. And I'm just like, I think I mentioned this on podcast before. I start playing Naruto Shippuden fucking Ninja Storm 3, I think. And it's the intro where like the village is fighting against the nine-tailed fox. And I'm just, she was reading a book or she was doing something, she was on her phone, and I'm like, babe, it was like Game Leyland, babe, you mind if I just bought this game, you mind if I play a little bit? She's like, fine. And she's watching it, and she's like, what is this? I'm like, oh, it's Naruto. It's an anime. She's like, can we watch it? I'm like, fuck yeah. So we're like halfway through Shippuden now, and her fucking crush is fucking Kakashi. She loves Kakashi to death. And Shikamaru. She'll probably stab me for not saying that.
Those are fair choices though.
Mine. Fuck.
Misty from Pokemon.
Yeah. At the time, yeah.
Well, yeah,
As a
at the
kid.
time I was 9.
Yeah, as a kid, it was a good crush to have.
IT guy, this is a family-friendly show. I'm gonna need you to put that 8-incher away, bro.
Thank God Tony has a boner. He's knocked the table over.
Someone talked about Misty, and like, man's pants are shorter now.
He started with jeans. He is at short now.
Oh man. No,
Also-
I think it would have to be Misty, or not Bulma, Chi-Chi.
What about
Something
Bola?
about
Chi-Chi.
Not Bola.
Yeah.
Bola's the baby. No, the one who looks like Bulma.
Well, you do like Black Butler, so.
No, the one who looks like Bulma. The Krillin dick. Marin was great.
Android 16 is pretty cool.
Dark Magician Girl.
Dark Magician Girls. No, the art from Japan where her titties are out.
Specifically that one only.
What about you, Tony?
I haven't thought about this question in like my entire life, but I'd have to probably say
The Powerpuff
Shikamaru.
Girls, right?
Shikamaru.
Netflix anime crush.
Shikamaru's hot.
No, it was probably Ino actually, because that was like one of the first animes I ever watched, and she was way better looking than Sakura. So like,
But Sakura had character development. If I had to pick my original crush from the original Naruto when I was like growing up and watching it, I think it'd be Sakura.
Orochimaru.
Haku. Ooh, Orochimaru.
I almost said Kagome, but she's so annoying.
No,
yeah.
my favorite actually
I forgot
was
about Kikyo.
Dude, it's time skip.
love Kikyo.
It's time skipped. What's her face from fucking Gurren Lagann?
Yoko. No, that came way later.
yeah.
Oh, so like
Yeah.
back in the day.
Post time skip when
My-
she's 18.
Yep, post time
Yeah,
skip.
Wink.
Mine goes all the way
Brad.
back even before
Stop
I watched Dragon Ball Z to the very first anime I watched, which is Sailor Moon with Sailor Mars.
Oh my
Right,
God.
That's such a good intro. We should listen to it.
Fighting you all night.
I love how
Dude, you're doing it
Tuxedo
perfect.
Mask is just
Yeah,
completely
I like-
useless.
Oh yeah, he does nothing.
Real fight.
It's actually cool to watch. It's actually cool to watch Sailor Moon go from being like a crybaby to be like actually confident. And the manga is brutal. They murder people in there. It is crazy.
All right,
So
guys.
speaking of
Murder.
sloppy burritos, we're gonna
Right,
go.
you can't reuse it.
Okay. So speaking of
Paul Blart Mall Cop.
fuck it, we're wrapping this up.
On the segways.
You find a hot date, you wrap it up.
On the list that we made the last episode, we're going to argue what the best TV show on that list is.
In S tier, preferably. Because,
Preferably.
Yeah, if you have like a lower choice, you can bring it up, but S tier.
We'll start around the table. Brad.
Man, so I've been thinking about it, and I want to say I like the Batman Superman as a whole, so I'm not going to argue those because they're two separate things. Teen Titans was good, but there's not enough of it, so I'm going to have to hit it up with the Animaniacs.
The
Because
OG cartoon. I like that,
Animaniacs
though.
is so classic, and just, they got baloney in their slacks, bro, and that just tickles my funny bone.
It does hold up still.
Fingerprints. It's my favorite joke from that show. Not on your, is it not on your life? Or what the fuck she says? Not today or something like that.
Yeah.
Wait, I think it's I don't think so.
I don't think so. That's what it is. All right. I mean, Bobby, go ahead.
Can I go last?
Yeah, so
Sure.
you can go last.
On that entire list, it has to be how revolutionary it was, how popular it still is. I mean, they're milking the poor thing, but it has to be SpongeBob.
Boo!
No, it has to be SpongeBob on that entire list. SpongeBob is fantastic.
SpongeBob sucks.
SpongeBob is great. You have no humor.
SpongeBob fell off after the movie.
I agree. I said that in the last episode. I fucking agree. But what we got, and then kind of when they came back, return to form, from what I hear, is the newer episodes are okay. But like that weird awkward phase where it was all kind of dog shit. But there's a reason why the show, everything is a fucking meme.
It's sloppy dog shit now.
Because it's hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's got the meme standing 100%.
No, that's just
100%.
because of nostalgia-driven
Yeah,
meme
it's-
lords that aren't funny.
Yeah, it's, you
Go
know,
back
it's
and
got the
watch
meme.
it.
It's got the memes.
It's so funny.
Nah,
It's
nah.
got the memes, but you know what has the heart? Batman the Animated Series.
I'm tempted to agree with you.
That show has so much character, heart, It introduces one of my favorite characters that gets introduced to the Batman universe, which is Harley Quinn, with, all of the stories that go on with there, where it's not, just, Batman shows up, beat the shit out of the bad guy. No, like, it goes through a lot of, like, emotional talking, a lot of trauma.
The whole series is like that.
Yeah.
Superman, Justice League Unlimited. It's
Superman's actually what made Superman my favorite character, but I think that Batman was the better show.
But what's funnier than 24?
25. No. Going to a garage sale and buying a garage. Going to a yard sale and buying a yard. Pinky in the brain. Like, Slappy Squirrel. Slappy Squirrel's hilarious.
Tony?
I'm gonna give it to Ed, Edd n Eddy of the top pick there.
Oh,
That show is so fucking funny. My hands down favorite scene from that show, or my favorite gag, is when Ed has the rock in his shoe.
And he just is so
And
mad.
he decimates the motherfuckers.
My favorite joke from that show is, my parents grounded me, so they took away my stairs.
And they took his bed and
I feel Double D sometimes.
yeah.
Like the shit that he's just like, ugh. Like when he says, I'm surrounded by idiots, I feel that.
Sometimes
when
I
he
feel
sees the
Ed.
stairs and he's just like, that's disturbing. Like, I feel him.
Oh, that show's so great. They did a great dynamic with all three characters.
The ending of that show, though, is dog shit.
Yeah.
When they went back to school,
Yeah, it was a little lame.
I mean, if we're gonna shit on SpongeBob for being bad,
Let's give it the actual ending, which is the movie. The movie is the ending.
So,
that's fair.
And Eddie's brother, just like the scene whenever Eddie's brother is beating the shit out of Eddie, and like there's no cartoon sound effects, it's just like fist sounds, and it's like, oh, he's actually being hurt. And then the kids of the cul-de-sac team up and just beat the shit out of Eddie's brother, and then they're all friends.
There's a lot of weird.
Except for Johnny.
There's a lot of weird darkness
Johnny.
to that
Fuck
show.
Blank.
And those are all the best shows. There are none other. Go ahead, tell us why.
Yeah, no, I think that's it. I think we're about done.
I think
here.
we're
Yeah, I think
I don't need a reasoning. Because I know.
What's your number
Everything
one?
you guys said, the Clone Wars has.
What, Pokemon?
What? Nobody said Pokemon.
No, but the
Whoa,
IT guy
calm down,
knows.
Sky Guy. Ahsoka was annoying.
Yeah, she was meant to be annoying.
Wow,
To fall in love with her.
they fucking.
And now she's a stapled character who is among the greats.
Wait, they stapled her?
Yes.
Fucking hell.
Straight to the brand.
The best part about Ahsoka is Rosario Dawson's ass.
No. It has the heart. It has great meme moments. It enhances so much of what Star Wars is. It explores so fucking much. What is the most successful brand named thing ever?
Star Wars.
DC.
Marvel.
Star Wars will hold the test of time.
Listen, here's
It
what
always will.
I said this when we
disagree.
recorded. I said it when we
will.
recorded it, and my only problem with that show, I think Tony also mentioned it too, is that the beginning felt like they didn't know what they were doing with the show.
The beginning was okay. So they went into the show thinking, "Man, this probably isn't going to be good. We're going to try anyway," and try they did. And by the end of the second season, season 3, it's a little rocky still, but it picks up. The animation has gotten better, and it's just a show that just keeps giving. It starts rocky, but it's so worth it. And you know what's fucking great about being a fan of the fucking Clone Wars and Rebels and everything else that's canon that everybody disagrees to watch? No, I'm kidding.
That's
Anyway.
another beep.
3.
Anyway.
What? Why are you squaring up on me, man?
Because you know how fucking great it is to listen to all these fans of it who never considered this show worth a goddamn thing? They're all like, who are all these new characters coming out? I don't understand them. But you kind of had the opportunity of greatness and you missed it. And people who have watched it are thriving. And I'm thriving, and that's why I'm winning.
Oh no, you could not skip any episodes of Batman the Animated Series, but every time I've heard you talk about watching Star Wars, the Clone Wars with somebody else, you're like, oh yeah, you just gotta skip these few episodes here and then these few episodes.
If you're
here,
looking to get
and it
through
looks
it,
really good.
The interesting stuff.
You
Sure,
gotta be
because it's
interesting.
Star Wars. It's Star Wars. If we want to blow through this and get to the serious, emotional, dark damage, things that they couldn't put on the TV show because of how dark it was.
I don't
It's
know.
so good.
I
But
don't
then
know.
it still has the Star Wars element. The episodes with Jar Jar and C-3PO just being fucking idiots, it brings you back to Phantom Menace.
So,
It
okay.
brings you back.
So what you're saying is...
It's great.
Okay, what you're saying
No.
is...
No. You heard
No,
what I said.
Okay. But the one thing...
Choose the words wisely.
The one thing we can all agree on. Pokemon is garbage.
Oh, Brett, no, you can't end.
I'm just joshing you out to you guys.
I know, but
Totally
it
end that way.
is good.
Pokemon sucks.
It's good.
Nah, the anime's garbage.
The original anime was kind of bad.
It's bad.
It was really bad.
But it was good for nostalgic purposes. When you watch it now, I mean, it's not.
It's bad.
Yeah, you know,
it's bad.
Yeah, you know, you watched it for nostalgic purposes. You can't sit there and be like, "Oh yeah, Misty, a baddie." She's like, "She's 10, bro. Calm down."
Ash takes his first 2 gym badges out. Like
I feel like I damaged
one
you
was-
emotionally, Mr. IT guy.
One's a fucking. 2 of them are just given to him. He didn't win them.
Yeah, no, it's trash.
Uses
His voice
electric
is really
attacks
annoying.
on a ground type because he felt like it.
Okay, so you're gonna hit the outro, aren't you, buddy?
Yep. So, thank you for joining us today. If you like what you heard, please check us out at our Twitter, at aboveandbelow69.
Okay.
If you want to support us, you can follow us on Twitter and leave us a rating on the site you use to listen to us. If you're on YouTube, please search Above and Below and give us a like and subscribe. And as always, have an above average day.
Before we say bye, do you want to plug anything in your current, like anything you're working on or anything like that?
No, not until I can get out of work.
I
Okay.
do.
Yeah, I
What?
Kenobi's tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so excited! Woo!
Auf Wiedersehen!
Bye.
goodbye.
See ya.